How you know you've got good soil? These things are jumping out of the bed. We'll throw them back. Worms in your soil mean you have healthy soil. So don't ooh, say yay. Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. Brandy here. And if you're new, welcome to Sewing Back. We're glad to have you. So today it is, it's September 15th. So we're about a week out before the first day of fall. Of course, it feels like fall today because it's like 70 degrees and breezy. And these are just wonderful days. These are the days you live for in Georgia because you've survived the hot, steamy summer with all its humidity. So it's probably a little humid today because we're expecting rain, particularly I think it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And so you can kind of feel the build, but with the breeze and the overcastness and just the low temperature, it's not so bad. So I had time today that I needed, since it is cooler, I need to get out here because I have a lot of fall starts that I've got to get in my beds. So you know, like when you're planting brassicas, a brassica is a cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprout. Um, I'm sure I'm missing something, but they need a square foot for each plant. So if you're going to your local nursery or whatever and they're trying to sell you one broccoli plant, you're only going to get one head of broccoli. And if they're charging you like $6.98, don't buy it. It's not worth it. That's too much. The plant starts that I did buy from Walmart, I'm pretty sure they're Bonnie. I think they're Bonnie's plants. I don't have them out here. They're in the front. But I got a 6-pack for I think it was $4.96 or $4.97. So I paid, you know, not quite $1 a plant, and to me that's a very reasonable, fair price. So I'll get for that dollar, or for so in other words, I spent $1 to grow a broccoli. Oh yeah, and and so that is worth it. But you've got to protect it because you still have pests this time of year, and that's what we're working on now. Is how are we have this, and I have a bigger one that I purchased during Prime Days, so that we can cover these so the insects don't eat them, because they will want to eat them, or the aphids I'm struggling with over on one of my cucumber plants. And I've used insecticidal soap, but they're still over there, but I'm not going to take it out. It's a healthy plant, it's setting fruit, and I'd rather them go over there and we don't get as many cucumbers than them mess with my brassica. So you think about those trap crops until frost, but once it gets cold, this will be a non-issue. But we still will have these fake cold spells and then warm days, and kind of go back and forth, and that's Georgia, so that's typical weather. But anyway, so when you're planting, you want 12 by 12. You want 1 square foot for each one of these plants. So they look really little right now, and this actually has 3 plants in it. I'm trying to remember which one this is. This is a cabbage. So if I were to plant all 3, they need 3 square feet for these. You see, it's got good roots. So I think these are going to actually be pretty healthy plants. So make sure that you're not putting them too close together, or they're not going to do well. And they need that space. And if you realize, one of the reasons I told them to get this one is because those Brussels sprouts, last year, they were up past my waist. So they get pretty tall, or at least they do here. So that's why we've got this. So anyway, I'll just get back to it. So see guys, he got the hoops up. He just puts, what is this, a C-clamp? Is this called a C-clamp?
No.
What is it called?
It's just for conduit.
A conduit clamp?
I guess so.
And two screws in there, and this is perfect. And I have a lot of excess. This was the one I got during Prime, because you're supposed to be able to cut it. So I'll have extra to use on those other beds. But I can go ahead and get this bed done. And he found this kit, which we bought last year and never used, and it has the little hoops. So we're going to put it on this one. Hey guys, it's a few days later from when we shot this video. I wanted to show you that after the rain, only having the 2 hoops on the end, we kind of knew that was going to happen. It kind of sunk down. I mean, it didn't damage my plants. As you can see, they're doing great. So we took those other 2 tall hoops off, and John came out here and he put on, so we have the 4. We do need to get some more of these clamps to clamp down so the breeze doesn't blow up our bug netting here. But as you can tell, everything is in. It looks really healthy. Let me show you the little Amazon one we got. This one has a lot of our broccoli and cabbages. Now there is a little pest damage on some of these cabbages, and that happened before I planted them. They were sitting up on my front porch, but I think they're okay now. And this one is also working very well, and I just used some of those clips, and the rain can get through. So I'm very happy with how this project turned out for my fall plants. And let me show you what I did with my collards. And I actually planted my Savannah sweet onions. Okay, so in this bed, this is the bed for reference that has my basil that I am letting go to seed for these guys. They are just loving these flowers. And so I have 2 of them in here. I'm leaving them. And there's some pepper plants in here. And I read you can totally plant collards with peppers. They do well with onions and garlic. There are a couple eggplants, and if something looks awry, I'll just pull those. And there are some sunflowers. And this really groovy guy showed up this morning. If you can see him, he's pretty cool. And these 2 pepper plants are my sweet Marconis. I don't know if you can see that beautiful pepper growing in there. It's pretty spectacular. So what I ended up doing is I've got my collards over here. They look like they're a little bit in shock. I'm okay. I'm actually more excited that I got my onions planted in here. And yeah, so I'm good with this. I'm good with this bed. And so all my fall stuff is planted. I wanted to finish out this video and show you how it all turned out. I hope that you are fall planting, you're giving it a try. You won't regret it. So just like there's nothing like a homegrown tomato, there's nothing like homegrown broccoli and cabbage and collards and onions and all the things. So I will see you soon. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.